All right, apologies for the late start. Couple minutes behind, but we are here now. Go ahead and get started. All right, let me see. Wayne Lin, Jacob Mizarowski. We got Victor Figueroa. Trey Turner, 30 out of 299. Isaiah Jackson, 2 out of 150 on the auto. Electric Sluggers of Junior Caminero. Francisco Espinoza. Better? No problem, no problem. Hey, that's tough. That's tough when it happens that way. Mookie Betts, Lazaro Montes, Sojun Moon, Edward Florentino. Yeah, Keaton Anthony, Walker Janik, J-Rod, Juan Sanchez, Fernando Tatis on the Electric Sluggers. Got Wyatt Sanford. There's Cello. Kazuma Okamoto. What's up, bro? Shohei Ohtani, Shotaro Mori, Seung Joon Kim. This is 352 out of 499. Our guy Ethan Holiday there. Ryan Waldsmith, Bryce Rayner, 67 out of 350. Little die cut of Charlie Condon. Alright, just pass them to you. Is that cool? Alright. These are. I'll do the autos here on screen, but I'll pass the other edge off so we save a little time. But they will be taken care of. Hold up. Oh. Yeah, that's all. It's paper, don't worry about that. Andrew Painter. Franklin Arias, Travis Bazana, Edgar Montero, Lamagna, Esmeralda Valdez. This is 94 out of 199. Seth Hernandez, Christian Moore on a die cut. For whatever reason, it focuses and autofocuses on this side. So if you want to check us out on the YouTube side, probably have a better shot of that not happening. Electric Sluggers, Ethan Holiday. We'll show that some love. There's Sojourn Moon. Daniel Hernandez. Parks Harbor. Like that one. Good hit there. Isaiah Jackson, Theo. Rowan Anthony. I think they pulled a nice little, what was it yesterday that Chris pulled? Was it Brady Montgomery 101? I believe so. David Davio, Cole Emerson. Esteban Mejia, Shohei. Might get him a Cy Young this year. Crazy enough. Kyle Raleigh, Brady Montgomery, Cash Mayfield, 97 out of 399. Ooh, we got an orange coming up. Paper orange with orange. Nonetheless. Blake Mitchell. Carson Williams. Matthew Ferreira. This is 36 out of 199. There's Andrew Fisher. Show him some love later. Garrett Crochet, 19 out of 25. Matthew Ferreira again, this time on the auto. Nice hit there. Bobby Witt, Electric Sluggers. Eduardo Tate. Polanco, Coy James. Gabriel and Jenkins. I got you. Nick Kurtz on the Electric Sluggers. Dax Kilby. Nice little X Factor there. And Carlos Gutierrez, 131 out of 299 on the paper. And Bryce Harper. And die cut. Jacob Marcy. We'll show that some love. Still a red rookie. Probably put those in there. There's gonna be a bunch of them. No problem, no problem. See if we can keep it going. Eric Hartman would be great. You don't say. James Quinn Irons, Zaire Hope. Elian Pena on the X Factors, Aiden Miller. I thought he had a little bit of mark on the corner, but it wasn't. There's Ellie De La Cruz. Pedro Agbarglin. This is 43 out of 125. JJ Weatherholt. Kind of killing it early. Yeah, 2 more cases after this. 3-case break. A fantastic time had by all. Luis Cole, Cole Emerson, Gavin Klein, Pete Crow Armstrong, nice PCA there. Daniel Hernandez, solid hit. Kalen Culpepper, Brady Abell, 223 out of 399. Nice paper hit there, followed by Dayson Hill, 42 out of 150. Ron on a die cut. Let's pull a JoJo Parker. I'll put him on the list. Carlos Gutierrez, Andrew Tess. Oh, what's this? What's this pretty little card here? Jude Warwick, 21 out of 25 on the auto. Very nice. Very nice. That's it there. Daniel Pierce, Jock Coglione, Yanquil Fernandez on the red, Ellie, Connor Griffin, Moises Chase, oh, Roki Sasaki. I see him often. They're on the paper though. This is Matthias Lacombe. John Nixon Garcia on the red. We'll show out some love. Mike Trout, balling out this year. A healthy Mike Trout is just good for baseball in general. Max Clark, Walker Jenkins. Next box. Snack pack would indeed be sweet. Some sweet snacks. Jacob Grom, CJ Kafis, Cooper Pratt, Cover Boy Roman Anthony, Ellie on the Electric Sluggers, Cage Jump, Walker Jenkins on the die cut, Tommy Troy, Top 1 Hundo, Who do you guys think the best prospects out of this set are? Like, in your personal opinion. Who do you have the most hope for? Who are your sleepers? Throw me some names. There's Daniel Pierce, Justin Gonzalez. This is 228 out of 499. Jared Jones. Christian Moore, it's a nice one, 258 out of 399, followed by Daniel Ortiz, 86 out of 150 on the autograph. Nice hit there. Carson Williams. It's a nice little trio there that we got. Josue De Palma. Nick Kurtz. Do for your Savage Nuke. bubble. Franklin Arias, Jacob Mizorowski, Jude Warwick, Samuel Basala, Quintero, Dory Fernandez, Kyle Teal, Cade Snell, Luis Cova. What is that I'm looking at? What is that I'm looking at? Got a little excited. Thought we had one of those one-of-a-kind finds. Vlad Jr. on the Electric Sluggers. JoJo Parker. Nice speckled there. Ethan Dorchis, 7 out of 250. There's Ethan Holiday. Keaton Anthony. Trey Savage, asking you shall receive, but we needed a Savage nuke. That was a request. What's this here? Mike Trout, die cut. Braden Montgomery, followed by Zaire Hope. This one is 63 out of 75. Not a bad hit there. I would probably go with True, depending on the number. If you get True of like the lower numbers, it's probably better. Nice. Very nice. What's up, Jor? Yeah, for me, the Trues is better. All right, Cole Young. Aaron Judge, Jude Warwick, Theo Guillen, Juan Torres, 374 out of 499. Nice hit on the paper. Carson Bench, Roman Anthony on a die cut. Oh, no problem, no problem. I got you, Joe. You know that. You're my guy, bro. Go get you some hits. If Burritos in the hobby buff, I would check the checklist, see if how many spots he actually has. I know some of these spots are like top. No, there you go, Rolly Burrito. As you mentioned him, there he is. But some of those guys only have top 100 spots, so you're not gonna see a lot of that. Kobe Shelton. But you have your proof. He's clearly in the hobby boxes. Fernando Tatis. Carson Bench, Connor Griffin, Esmeralyn Valdez, Travis Bazana, Esteban Mejia, 8 out of 100. Nice little auto there. I'm sure that's some love. On the camera, Juan Soto, Sam Peterson, Wilder Delis, 429 out of 499. Samuel Barcelo on the red. Connor in the top 100. Kalen Culpepper, Liam Doyle, Riley Nelson. Nothing extremely crazy as of yet, but we got time. Sprout Goat, Bobby Witt. That's his nickname. Max Clark. Connolly early on the red. Dax Kirby, Sean Paul Linan, 224 out of 250. Shawnee Paul. Yo Jansel Cabrera, Leo DeVries, Connor Griffin. Some young gunners. No Bryce. No Bryce Eldridge as of yet. Got you. I'll put him on the list. Oh yeah, for those of you new here, put the name of the player you have in the chat. We'll send that request up to the card gods. If your cardma is high, the CGs will take care of you. You gotta have high cardma though. So we'll put your nephew on the request line. They're gonna start rolling in now. The requests are gonna start rolling in now. First come, first serve. CGs work the way they work. Start saying names and people just start showing up. It's weird. Here's Valdez, Carson Bench, Kyer Martinez, Edward Florentino, Jay Mizzy, Vlad Jr. on a die cut. Got a snack pack. Hope you pull them. Hilarious. Good thing we got a case of Delight coming up later in this break. See how many of those requests we can fulfill then. Florentino on the die cut. Kevin Klein. Braden Montgomery. Jack Wheeler. 26 out of 150. Nice Jack Wheeler. It's a solid name in this set. There's Avi. Oh, a couple people know each other. There's friends in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. Friends are in the chat. Giving out virtual hugs and high fives. Bryce Harper, Electric Sluggers. Leo DeVries, that's a nice one. 66 out of 75. Nice Leo. Big time prospect. Anderson Arujo on the auto. We'll take that. Should work. Carter Jensen on the red, Ricky Wimble. Freddie Freeman. When Freddie goes in the Hall, does he go in as a Dodger or as a Brave? What say the people? Is he a Doyer or a Hot Lantern? Gotta be ATL. Interesting. Why ATL? Because of the MVP? Yerbert Perez. Carson Weisenhunt. There's J-Rod. Started the MVP World Series. What's with the microphone? I mean, I don't sing. I have been known to showcase a couple bars though here and there. I lost my singing voice when puberty hit. Certain notes you just can't do. Hard to hear me. Let me see. Is that better? Ooh, nice. Little Jackson Churio there. A little bit of color. Oh, so it's just John then. John's the only one. Everybody else is fine. Bobby Witt, Juan Sanchez, Kevin McGonigal. There's that Jackson Churio. 122 out of 125. That's fire. Jesse Gonzalez on the auto. Hartman on the paper. Not what we were looking for if you got the Hartman spot, obviously. There's J-Rod, Dari Fernandez. Mr. Churio. No, it wasn't. Carson Williams. Luis Arana. This is 101 out of 350. Alember Santa. Jackson Wiggins. Nolan McClain. Ronald Acuna Jr. on a die cut. As long as there's been improvement, John, we're good. Ellie De La Cruz. Ellie De La Cruz. Got Matt Klein. Anthony Frobos. See if we can do a little bit better, though. See if we can get Nephew on some bigger cards for you. Sebastian Walcott. Electric Sluggers, Nick Kurtz. Slowly all over the checklist. Then we shall see some Rolly tonight. Brent Iredell, 32 out of 100. Nice little one hundo there. Nate George, Aaron, Isaiah Jackson on the sparkle. Mr. I Jack. Ethan Holiday. He's a problem. Nick Kurtz on the die cut. Cam Collier. Yeah, I'll do this one. All right, halfway through the hobby. He has the lives arm at all the first. Is that an N1 avatar in your photo there? Christian Moore. Jackson Churio, Elian Pena, Josue, Vladdy Jr., Polanco, no good toll yet. Chris Sanchez, Jesus Mate, Sam Peterson on the speckle, Eli Willits, Gavin Fiend, Sam Peterson. There's a paper orange coming up of Kinley Hunter, 17 out of 25. Nice hit there. Shohei Goat Tani. There's a Brito again. My fault for these, just first and answers. If you didn't write, don't worry about it, but just that's my bad. Dax Kilby, Josh Knott to 11 out of 399. Roman Anthony. Jack Caglione. Gage Wood, Carson Williams, JoJo Parker. Carlos Gutierrez. Let's get it crystallized. Say less. Open up the packs in seconds. Ain't nobody trying to be here all day, fam. You want to be looking at Knuckles on screen for an extended period of time. Not longer than you need to. We're going through 3 cases. As is. Jackson Holiday. 2 out of 499. Followed by Ethan Holiday. Dabrowski. 201 out of 299 on an autograph. That is pretty damn good. Oh, that's a little bit of the fire right there. Nice little cover boy. Ethan Holiday. Look at the holidays. Celebrating the holidays back to back. Just like that. Let me see. I will separate these a little bit better. Charlie Condon, 106 out of 199. There's Sean Paul again. Dylan Lewis. Sleeves. No sleeves. Mitchell, Mike Trout, Parks Harbor on the X Factor. Sam Peterson, 180 out of 299 off the paper. Juan Soto, nice die cut there. Blaine Bullard, Patrick Copen. Steel Hall, Florentino, Charles Davalin on the speckle. Jesus Mate, Connor Griffin. Roberto Witt Jr. Nice little Bobby Witt there. Ethan Holiday on the Sterling. Dax Kilby, Esteban Mejia. Got another orange coming up. That belongs to Leo DeVries, 24 out of 25 on an autograph, no less. Okay, now we're picking up. Now we're picking up. Very nice, Leo. You wrote all over it. Nice little vandalized Leo right there. Ellie De La Cruz. Colson Montgomery. We'll show that some love. Kalen Culpepper. P. Crow Armstrong, Lilane, Jorge Quintana, Bryce Matthews. It's a nice one. Urbina, Luis Pena, Gavin Fein, Aiden Miller, Chase Burns, there's JJ, and Iva Arquette, 101 out of 150. Who's the monster, right? Yeah. Need a Scooble. Big lefty. Max Clark, back-to-back Clarks. Juan Sanchez, Victor Figueroa. There's Arquette again on the first. Bryce Harper. Luis Pena. Walker Janet. Trey Savage. And elusive Jamie Arnold. Not a regular Jamie Arnold, the elusive kind. I got you. It's on the list. Henry Lelaine, 218 out of 399. Nice paper numbered hit. Arquette, Daniel Ortiz. Miguel Mendez on the speckle. Culpepper. Namala. Bryce Rayner, 107 out of 350. Wehiwa Aloy. Eli Willits. Bryce Eldridge. Weatherholt. Shohei on a die cut. Cole Young. Nice red there. There's Arquette. McLean. Brady Bell. There's Daniel Dickinson on the X Factor. Urbina, Zaire Hope. Jesus Mate, Luis Pena, Matthew Ferreira, third hit for him, 37 out of 150. I think he has an auto and a couple number hits. So shout out to that spot. You're doing well for yourself. Oh, got more orange coming up. Kyle Teal, Hageman, Liam Doyle. That's fire. 1 out of 25. Cooper Pratt on the top 100. Very nice. Followed by Andrew Tess on the auto. It's good stuff. Tyler Bremner. A. Ron, Thomas White. Nice little Coop Pratt. Two boxes left out of the hobby. Any Colson Montgomery? Not yet. There's Duno. Cade. Daniel Pierce. J.R. Ritchie on the Speckle. Frobos. Esteban Mejia on the top 100. Kevin McGonigal, Braden Montgomery, Coy James, 61 out of 75. Got Matt Klein, Cash Mayfield, Wee In Lin, 284 out of 299 on the paper. Connor Griffin, Tyson Lewis on the X Factor, Hagen Smith. There's Lovell. Bobby Witt. Any Bobby Witt? Not of note. Couple die cuts. Nothing too crazy. Buxton, Carson Williams, Shitaro Mori, 57 out of 350. There's Bryson Guidez, Hector Ramos, 415 out of 499 on the auto. Nice autograph for Ramos there. Mookie Betts, Alex Freeland, got Benj, Gonzalez, John Carlos, Juan Soto, got Anderson Arroyo, Trailer Savage, or Yes Savage, Caleb Bonner, damn, no big Roman Anthony's. Notice that. We got to fix that. All right, last box of the hobby. JJ Weatherholt, Wyatt Sanford. I got Parks Harbor again. Owen Carey on the speckle. Here's our guy Leo DeVries. Justin Gonzalez, Colt Emerson on the X Factor. Colt Emerson, Connor Griffin. Bryce Eldridge on the die cut. Daniel Pierce. Aaron Judge, Eli Willits, Jesus Mate. McGonigal on the die cut. Cade Anderson, top 100. Connor Griffin, Luis Pena, Jesus Mate, Moises Chase, 244 out of 299 on the auto. Nice hit there. Ooh, Minutaka Marikama. There's Valdez, 169 out of 350. Last stack of packs out of the hobby. Luis Arena. Bubba Chandler. Nice little red rookie there. Thomas White. Leo's back. Bryce Rayner. 13 out of 350. Florentino. Cole Emerson. Soto. Arias Figueroa. All right. Hobby down. Next case coming up. So the first 3 innings are in the books. Let's see what else we got happening. Jumbos. James Quinn irons on the auto. There's Avi. Daniel Hernandez. Page jump. Oh, wow, that's upside down. Gotta talk to quality control. Sebastian Walcott, Ethan Holiday. Slade Caldwell. Bubba Chandler. It's a nice hit there. Roman Anthony. One for the cover boy. Luis Cova. 139 out of 399. And Mr. Jackson Wiggins. If you want, you can take the sleeves and a base in there, because you're gonna need the rest of that box for all the paper. So you can take the non-paper out and just lay it out there, and we'll get to it when we get done. Fernando Tatis. There's J.R. Ritchie. Aiden Miller. Josue DePaula. Caglione on the Electric Sluggers. Gonzalez. Well. None's too shabby right there. Daniel Pierce on the auto, 33 out of 35. By request. That'll do it. That'll get the crowd riled up. J-Rod. Wilder Dallas, 2 out of 199. In Namala. Maybe that won't get the crowd riled up. Thought we'd be a little more excited about that. Apparently not. Look at me speculating. Roman Anthony on the die cut, Weather Hope. Billy Carson. Caleb Bonner, 140 out of 150. You got Jacob Marcy, Sal Stewart. Nate George on the top 100s. Mizorowski, Tatis. And Cam Collier. Got Walker Jenkins, Bryce Eldridge. Gavin Klein. Steele Hall. TJ Rumfield, 48 out of 499 on the auto. That's it for the Rumfield spot. Nelly Taylor, 49 out of 50. Jesus Mate. Yanquil Fernandez. Nolan McLean. Cisco Lindor. It's a nice way to finish box one. Low number Brady House or a Braden Tunic. Got you. I think we pulled a Tunic auto last night, I believe. If I'm not mistaken. Just saying. Yeah, Jumbo's off solid. Jumbo's off solid. Owen Carey on the auto. Jack Caglione. I don't know why Dylan Beavers is backwards, but Beavers be backwards sometimes. Caleb Bonner. Caglione, Gage Steiner, Walcott, Ethan Holiday, and Noah Schultz. You're convinced that Chrome hates you. Based on what exactly? Bad Cardma. I mean, bad Cardma does go a long way. You can mess some stuff up for you, for sure. Can't have bad Cardma. Cardman needs to be extremely high. Vlad Jr., Mike Trout, Joshua Gonzalez, 70 out of 199. JJ Weatherholt. Marek Houston, top 100, 96 out of 125. This is Brandon Sprout. Nice little Sprout goat action there. Cole Emerson. Federico Freeman. Andrew Fisher, 206 out of 299. And Bryce Rayner. Any Chase Burns hits yet? I don't believe so. Nothing of note, at least. Doesn't mean it won't happen though. Edward Florentino. Condon. Carson Bench, PCA. Cade Anderson on the top 100. Ethan Dorchis on the auto. Nice hit there. Ethan Holiday. A lot of Ethans. Popular name in the baseball community, apparently. Condon, Vlad Jr. Braden Net, 50 out of 50. Last of its kind. There's Juan Torres. Hagen Smith. Oh, we got a redemption. Tried to sneak up on me there. We'll save that. See who that is later. Blake Mitchell. Sal Stewart, red rookie. Nice hit there. Chase Burns. Look at that. Just start saying names and they just pop out. It's weird. Hold on. Give me 1 second, folks. There we go. All right. Sorry. YouTube side kind of did something a little funky, so I had to fix that. Good to go. All right, let's find out who our redemption is. Hiding behind Ketel Marte. Chrome rookie auto refractor of Tatsuya Imai. Nice. There's your rookie redemption there. Shout out to that spot. Congratulations. All right. Next jumbo. We got green coming up. Looks like green paper. Salo. Aaron Judge on a die cut. Dakota Jordan. Jarius Lindor. Giancarlo Seal. 190 out of 399 on the paper. Johnny Farmello. Carlos Gutierrez on the auto. Very nice. More Mizzy. And I got Leo's back. Ooh, we do need some Cam Shiller. That would be a good one. We do need that to happen. Pablo Nunez, 132 out of 150 on the auto. Kyle Raleigh. Look at that. Ask and you shall receive. Look at that, Rudy. Say his name and he appears. Just like that. So weird how the CGs work. And there's Brito. Let's get an auto. Got you. Got you. Take it up a notch, right? Come on, Griffey anime. Hey, you don't shoot for the stars. You'll never hit him, right? It's a good possibility that that's the case. JJ Weatherholt, Kyle Raleigh, Jared Jones, 47 out of 125. Shohei Ohtani. That's fire. Show that some love. Obviously, Jonah Tong. Franklin Arias. It's a fire Ohtani right there. Ronald Acuna, followed by Ronald Acuna. There's JoJo Parker. Daniel Hernandez. This is 227 out of 250. There's Brendan Tunick by request. Carter Jensen. Nice auto there. Connolly early. Cam Caminetti. Owen Cassie by request. That's what I'm saying, man. Just put it in the air. They look out for you. Cole Emerson, Dax Kilby, and Andrew Salas. All right, next box of jumbos. Well. There we go. For your nephew there. Anthony Frobose on the autograph. By request. Told you. Send that request up to the CGs. If your cardma is high, it will take care of you. Congratulations. There you go. You got good cardma. And there's the proof. There is the proof. Lazaro Montes. Caleb Bonner. Ellie De La Cruz. Rainiel Rodriguez. More Shohei action. And Daniel Pierce is back. 174 out of 499. Followed by an Enrique Bradfield Jr. Yeah, Jumbles hasn't been bad thus far. Let's see what Breakers Delight has in store for us. That should be Fuego. All right, Walker Jenkins on a die cut. Kyle Till, Samuel Basalo, Charles Davalon, Kyson Witherspoon, Riley Green. It's not a bad one. 178 out of 250 on the paper, followed by Dory Fernandez on the autograph. Federico Freeman. Some say should go in as a Brave. Enter the Hall of Fame as a Brave. And our guy JoJo Parker in the top 100. You just need a Wilson? I got you. A Wilson of some sort. Jacob Wilson, Jay Wilson, Ja Wilson, Jock Wilson. Don't forget J-Dub. Check all your boxes. Something Carson Binge. Alright. Something other than what we pulled with Carson Binge thus far. Like that. There you go. Base Carson Binge. CGs. Do be listening. Sebastian Walcott. Jacob Melton. Daniel Pierce. Gabriel Rodriguez. This is 80 out of 125. There's the painter. Seth Fernandez on the top 100. Quote Emerson Inc. All right, Sean. I got you. I got you. We'll send that up. Basalo, Mike Trout, Roman Anthony. Jorge Lombard Jr. David Davilo, 42 out of 125 on the autograph. Trey Savage. On the green, Luis Pena, 284 out of 399. Eli Willits. Chase the Louder. It's a nice one to get. He's kind of like that. Rainiel Rodriguez, 93 out of 499. And Chris Rodriguez. Chase Burns auto. Say Brito about 5 times. All right, halfway through the jumbos. Second half is happening right now. First half is pretty solid. See what the second half looks like. Let's get some more of our cover boys. On top of the other requests we have in the chat. Don't forget we have Breakers Delight as the final case of the break to finish off the festivities, the shindiggeries, the shenanigans. Perdomo. John Nixon Garcia on the red rook. And David Davilo. Back-to-back autos for you there. That one was a base. Last one was numbered. Both good. The chance. Florentino. Josue De Paula. Level. Judge, Betts. Couple of Hall of Famers there. You know what? That's a damn fine idea. Let's do that. Let's get an anime or crystallized before we're done here. I mean, what else are we gonna do, right? We're not doing anything else. You might as well. We're just sitting here hanging out. Might as well pull an anime or crystallized. Ethan Holiday, Connor Griffin, a couple of stud level performers there. Gavin Fiend. Wow, that's not too bad. Nice little Connor Griffin on the final draft. It's good stuff. Good stuff right there. We like that one. We'll take that one. Rodriguez. Gage Wood. Max Clark. Victor Arias. 87 out of 150. Bryce Eldridge. Wien Lin, 255 out of 299. Carson Williams. We're getting closer though. We're getting closer though. Jaime will make an appearance. I feel like a lot of what we're looking for is gonna pop on Breakers of Light, which is like perfect timing. Colson Montgomery, by request. Kevin McGonigal. What's this? There's Caden Hedinger. Wow. David DeVille. Again, 77 out of 125. Third auto of the break for that young man. They want to say all out of jumbos, too. This has been his case. Adrian Gill on the auto. It's a nice one. Followed by Shohei. Colby Shelton, 223 out of 399. Nice little box here. And Brady Montgomery. Three boxes left for the jumbo before we get to the final 3 innings of the break in our Breakers Delight. Bryce Eldridge. Gotcha. Put him on the list. Luis Morales. Moises Chase, 33 out of 35 on the auto. Very nice. Christian Moore. Wow. That's our third logo of the break. Daniel Pierce, back again, this time in the papel, 35 out of 150. Esteban Mejia. That's fire. Take that back. That's our fourth logo. Yoshinobu Yamamoto, 216 out of 250. Jackson Churio, Bryce Harper. Daniel Pierce. Daniel Pierce on the Hundos. Ranked 47th on the Hundos. Leo DeVries. Jesus Mate. You need big Vlad, huh? You got a lot of base and die cuts of Vladdy Jr. I'm looking for some numbers. Look for something with some numbers on it. Something memorable. Max Clark. Murakami. Second time we've done that this break. The Red Rook. Carson Williams, Kyle Raleigh. Back-to-back Junior Camaneros. Pedro Ibargüen, 428 out of 499. Franklin Arias. If you need to switch that out, you can. Eli Willits, that's a nice one. 293 out of 499. It's another one of the studs in the set. Braylon Antunes on the auto. Charles Davalon, 110 out of 125. Juan Soto on the back-to-back joint. Josue DePaula, 91 out of 150. Nice little color match there. Josuar Gonzalez, 63 out of 75. Nolan McClain, that's a nice one. 17 out of 299. Dylan Beavers. Anthony second Frobo's auto. 2 of them things. Double up. CG's really, really like you. Mookie Betts. Ike Irish. Hartman does indeed remain elusive. But I wouldn't give up. Not yet. We got time. Still got that final 3 innings to play with. Bobby Witt. Tatsuya Imai. Second hit for him in the break. Shohei, Bobby Witt. A couple talented young lads there. You're a buyer on that Pedro. Drew Gilbert. Daniel Pierce is back yet again. 22 out of 99. Have yourself a break. Ryan Sloan. Adrian Gill. 55 out of 299 on the auto. There's our guy Cam. Yet again. George Lombard Jr., 72 out of 150 on the auto. There you go. Speak amongst yourselves. Talk it out. Shoot us a message. If you do come to some sort of conclusion or some sort of agreement. All right. Last box of jumbos. And then we move on to the final 3 innings of the break. When we get to Breaker's Delight. And that's where the fun stuff happens. That's where the people get excited. Bryce Eldridge, Tatis. Michael Arroyo. South Stewart. Carlos Gutierrez, 63 out of 199. Let's get a Griffey at this point, just one. Peyton Toll, by request. And a third Anthony Frabo's auto. Blessings on blessings on blessings. Now I'm curious. What happens when you get like a family member's auto? Does that just, throw that in the scrapbook somewhere? Do you re-gift it for Christmas or something? What happens? All for personal, big family. Got you. So it's like greeting cards, like season greeting cards. You just hand them out. It's like Oprah. You get an auto. You get an auto. Got you. You're all enjoying the ride with them. Hey, gotta love the support. Well, there's 3 for the family tonight so far. We'll see what else we can make happen. Mechanical, Quintana. We're all Yankees fans is wild. That's crazy. But you make an exception, right? Jamie Arnold on the top 100. You got to make an exception. Harry Ford, Josue De Paula, J.J. Weatherford. Matt Olson, 198 out of 499. Yojin Sel Cabrera, 186 out of 499. All right, last stack of packs and jumbos. Bryce Harper, Mate, Gage, Stanifer, Jace Mitchell on the auto. It's a nice one. We'll take that. Nice Jace Mitchell. Signing the card. Blaine Bullard, 27 out of 89. That's fire. That's a nice hit. My Mike Sirota. Jackson Churio. Caglione. And Wien Lin, 13 out of 499. All right, Jumbos Dunzo. And now for the part of the show you've all been waiting for. Breakers Delight. Time for the fun stuff. Yep, gotta readjust. All right, folks, here we go. Time for those bottom of the ninth long balls. Blaine Bullard. Ivy Arquette. Look at that. What'd I tell you? Ask and you shall receive. Jaime Arnold, 11 out of 250. Told you Jamie was on the way. Carson Weisenhunt. Henry Lillane, also by request, on the auto. Giancarlo Sio, 71 out of 99. Kendry Martinez, 20 out of 50. Luis Pena, 180 or 165 out of 250. Sean Paul Lenon, 51 out of 150. And a Bryce Eldridge die cut. I told you. All you gotta do is hang in there. We're here to put smiles on faces. That's what we do it for. The people. Got a redemption coming up. There's Cade Anderson, Thomas White, Walker Janik, Carter Jensen. It's a nice one there. Truett Madonna, 13 out of 25 on the auto. There's redemption hiding behind that gentleman, so we'll save that. Handel Fry Encarnacion, 89 out of 99. Eugenio Cabrera, this is 90 out of 125. Dave Hageman, 92 out of 250. And Ronald Acuna Jr. on the Electric Sluggers. All right, let's see who's hiding behind Madonna. Chrome Prospect Variation. Nice. Of Wyatt Sanford. The Wyatt Act. Close. Close. You almost called it. All right, box number 3. Two down in the top of the ninth. That's fire. Jock Caglione on the final draft. Kazuma Okamoto, another redemption. So we'll hide those. Sean Paul Lenon, 14 out of 25. Blaine Bullard, this is 74 out of 99. And Leonardo Bernal. Second one of these of the evening. All right. Carlos Verhonda, 103 out of 250. Billy Carlson on the auto, and our redemption. Yellow parallel of Christian Moore. It's not a bad one. All right, bottom of the ninth. First up. So close. Been accurate this whole time, John. One time it happens. Jace Mitchell. Carlos Verhonda. Calvin Klein. Nolan McLean. Nice hit there. Trey Gibson, 79 out of 100. Carlos Gutierrez, 201 out of 250. Brady Abell, this is 28 out of 150. David Hageman, 138 out of 250. And Dyson Hill, 223 out of 250. Zaire Hope to finish it out. You bet on the wrong Carlos. It's hundreds, yeah, right. Which Carlos did you bet on? Baegra? The legendary Carlos Baegra of Cleveland fame. Cleveland baseball fan. All right, Dustin Hill. Oh, we got Mojo. We got Mojo action. Good times. Daniel Hernandez, 198 out of 299. Jimmy Crooks. Walker Jenkins. Jace Mitchell, 167 out of 250. Leo DeVries, 60 out of 150. Connor Griffin, 120 out of 125. Not too shabby. Giancarlo Seal on the auto. And our Mojo, Adrian Gill, 62 out of 150. All right, last box. Breaker's Delight, and then we will get into our no cap recap for you fine folks. David Hageman, Jamie Arnold, JoJo Parker, 50 out of 150. Kyle Teal. Brendan Tunick. Told you. Nice little auto there. By request. Edward Florentino, 55 out of 99 on an auto. Blake Mitchell, 62 out of 125. Thomas White, 13 out of 99. Jack Wheeler, 23 out of 125. And Josue Brasino to finish us out. All right. Nothing's too shabby. Pretty good break overall. Appreciate you all for joining us. See, you called that last box magic. And looky what happened. Never stop believing. All right. No cap recap. All of the fun stuff. Start with our hits to 499. Wei and Lin, Matt Olson, Yon Jenso Cabrera on the auto, Pedro Barguin, Eli Willits on the auto, Reniel Rodriguez, Daniel Pierce, TJ Rumfield on the auto, Moises Chase on the auto, Hector Ramos auto, Jackson Holiday, Wilder Dallas, Juan Torres, Justin Gonzalez, and Seung Jun Kim. To 399, Kobe Shelton, Luis Pena, John Carlos Sia, Luis Cova, Henry Lelane, Josh Knott, Christian Moore, Brady Abell, and Cash Mayfield. To 350, Bryce Rayner, Esmer Valdez, Shotaro Mori, Bryce Rayner, Luis Arena, and Bryce Rayner yet again. All right, it's the 299, Daniel Hernandez, Adrian Gill on the auto, Nolan McLean, Wee and Lin, Andrew Fisher, Wee and Lin, Sam Peterson, Ethan Holiday on the auto, Carlos Gutierrez, and Trey Turner. To 250, Jace Mitchell, Dave Hageman, Dyson Hill, Carlos Gutierrez auto, Carlos Verhonda, David Hageman, Luis Pena, Jamie Arnold, Yoshinobu Yamamoto, Riley Green, Daniel Hernandez, Sean Paul Linan, and Ethan Dorchis. To 199, Carlos Gutierrez, Joshua Gonzalez, Wilder Dallas, Charlie Condon, Matthew Ferrara, and Esmerlin Valdez. Our hits to 150, JoJo Parker, Adrian Gill on the auto, Leo DeVries, Brady Abell, Sean Paul Lanon, George Lombard Jr. on the auto, Josue DePaula, Daniel Pierce, Victor Arias, Pablo Nunez auto, Caleb Bonnemer, Matthew Ferrara, Ivy Arquette, Jack Wheeler, Daniil Ortiz auto, Dyson Hill, and Isaiah Jackson on the autograph. Hits to 125, Jack Wheeler, Blake Mitchell, Connor Griffin, Eugenio Cabrera, Charles Davalin, David DeVio on the auto, David DeVio on the auto again, Gabriel Rodriguez, Jared Jones, Merrick Houston, Jackson Chorio, and Pedro Ibargüen. Our hits to 100, Trey Gibson, Brent Iredale, and Esteban Mejia. A Gibson and a Mejia are both autos. To 99, Edward Florentino on the auto, Thomas White, Blaine Bullard, Handelfrey Encarnacion, John Carlos C on the auto, and Daniel Pierce. Pierce had a pretty good break. Our loan hit to 89, Blaine Bullard. Our hits to 75, Joshua Gonzalez, Coy James, Leo DeVries, Zaire Hope, and a redemption of Christian Moore. Our gold gang hits to 50, Kendry Martinez, Braden Nett, and Nelly Taylor off the paper. We had some short prints to 35. Let's see the non-autos. Shohei Ohtani and Parks Harbor. Then the autographs, Moises Chase and Daniel Pierce. That whole little section was pretty fire. Our hits to 25, Sean Paul Linan, Truett Mandana on the auto, Cooper Pratt, Leo DeVries auto, Kenley Hunter, Jude Warwick auto, and Garrett Crochet. Our non-numbered autos are as follows: Brendan Tunick, John Carlos Cio, Billy Carlson, Wyatt Sanford on a redemption, Henry Lelane, Jace Mitchell, Anthony Forbos, I said Anthony Forbos, Braylon Antunes, Adrian Gill, David DeVio, Dory Fernandez, Anthony Forbos, Carter Jensen, Carlos Gutierrez, redemption of Tatsuya Amai, Ethan Dorchis, Owen Carey, James Quinn Irons, Andrew Tess, Justin Gonzalez, Anderson Arujo, and Matthew Ferrara. And a couple of cases here of our final drafts. This is Jack Caglione and Connor Griffin. All right. That's our break. Thank you guys for joining us. We will see you next time around. Have a good evening.